Hello guys. Welcome to my channel Itsim. On today's video I'll be recommending top 10 dramas of Ji Chang Wook. Number 1. Healer. Seo Young-woo is a special kind of night courier, known only as healer by his clients. For the right price and with the help of a genius hacker, he gets his clients whatever they want, as long as it doesn't involve murder. His latest job leads him to a second-rate tabloid writer, Choi Young-shin, and the successful reporter, Kim Moon-ho. He begins to uncover the mystery of his own shared past with the two reporters, thus putting them all in danger. A decades-old incident involving a group of 5 friends, who ran an illegal pro-democracy broadcasting station during the Fifth Republic in South Korea, brings together 3 different life. Meanwhile, with the help of Kim Moon-ho, Choi Young-shin and Seo Young-woo grow into real reporters. While trying to uncover the truth from that 1992 incident and a series of present-day murders, they grow into honest reporters who try to blur the lines of conflict between truth and reality, even if that means fighting media honchos. Number 2. If You Wish Upon Me. Yoon Kyo-ri is a young man who has known nothing but misery ever since he was a child. He was abused while still a boy and had a horrid time at the orphanage where he was raised. He then spent time in a juvenile detention center, and as an adult, things got no better, leading to him serving time in prison. Beatings and misery are all he knows, and he finds himself at the end of his tether, finally facing the void. But when he is ordered by a court to serve his community service at an end-of-life care facility for the terminally ill, things begin to change for him. Here he meets the tireless Kang Tae-shik, a middle-aged man who leads the volunteer team at the facility. Kang Tae-shik has created a unit called Team Genie, which is dedicated to granting dying patients their last wishes. No matter what people ask for, Team Genie will work their hardest to make those precious last wishes come true. He also meets Seo Yeon-ju, a young nurse who refuses to give up on her patients and tries to keep them physically active at all times. Will working at this facility help turn Yoon Kyo-ri's life around? Or is it too late to change his destiny? Number 3. The Sound of Magic. Yoon Ah-yi, an impoverished student at Siwon High School, has stopped believing in magic since childhood and, after significant misfortunes, wishes to grow up faster to escape the stress of her life. She then meets Ri Aeul, a magician who wants to remain a child even though he's an adult. After being a frequent visitor of Ri Aeul's residence at an abandoned amusement park, Ah-yi's classmate Na Il-deon, a cold and well-off student, starts to spy on her magic lessons and as a result starts to show a liking for Ah-yi and magic. Ah-yi's life changes as she becomes a follower of Ri Aeul, once again believing in magic and pursuing her dreams. Number 4. Backstreet Rookie. After being dumped by his girlfriend, Dae-yeon is approached by high school tough girl Si-byul who needs an adult to help her buy cigarettes, but she is rewarded with candy and a lecture instead. Thankful for his caring act, albeit somewhat sarcastically, she surprises him by giving him a kiss. They go their separate ways and do not see each other for a while. 3 years later, Dae-yeon manages his family-owned convenience store but is repeatedly forced to work multiple shifts that deprives him from getting any sleep and he struggles to keep up with the daily operations of the store due to his fatigue. Although high school girls like to come in and take pictures with him, the store doesn't make a lot of money. In order to keep his business afloat, Dae-yeon's father urges him to hire a part-timer to help him out with the store. With Si-byul being the only applicant, Dae-yeon reluctantly agrees to hire her on a probationary basis. Their love story begins as they heal the wounds of the heart, gain love, and become adults dreaming of the future. Number 5. Suspicious Partner. No Ji Wook is a brainiac prosecutor and Eun Bong-gi is a rookie Justice Department intern, who always seems to find herself in the most unfortunate and embarrassing situations. They find out how deeply connected they are by their past. Bong-gi is falsely accused of murdering her ex-boyfriend, and Ji Wook gets demoted because he risks his career and reputation to save Bong-gi. Things get complicated as their careers and love lives get entangled, but one thing brings them together, catching the real culprit responsible for a series of murders before they run out of time and get themselves killed. Number 6. The K2. Kim Jae-ha is a former mercenary soldier for the PMC Blackstone. While in Iraq, Jae-ha gets framed for the murder of his lover Renaya, a civilian, and becomes a fugitive. Jae-ha escapes and returns to South Korea, where he is offered work as a bodyguard by Choi Yoo-jin, the owner of JSS Security Company and wife of presidential candidate Jang Se-jun. Jaha accepts the job in exchange for resources that he needs to exact revenge on another presidential candidate Park Kwon-soo, who previously ordered Renaya's killing. Jaha is assigned to guard Go and Na, Jang Se-jun's secret daughter, as Na's life is always threatened because of her stepmother Yoo-jin. And Na, who has been a recluse and lonely all her life, starts relying on Jaha, who shows concern for her and protects her every time. They slowly fall in love, causing Jaha to be torn between having to work with his boss Yoo-jin to exact revenge on Park Kwon-soo and protecting Na against the wishes of Yoo-jin. Number 7. Love Struck in the City. Park Jae-won is a 32-year-old architect who has a passionate and honest personality. His hobby is collecting new hobbies. A romantic at heart, he cannot forget a certain woman. This thief of his heart, and his camera, has disappeared, much like a fleeting midsummer night's dream. Lee Eun-oh, a 29-year-old freelance marketer, lives an ordinary life but has an alter ego called Yoon Son-ae. She meets Park Jae-won under her fake identity in Yangyang Beach, and ends up falling in love with him. Number 8. Worst of Evil. Set in Seoul in the 1990s, a former DJ starts selling a new powerful drug nicknamed Gangnam Crystal in city nightclubs after mastering a gangster organization. Since the police know little about the origin of such drugs, in order to crack down on this rampant drug trafficking organization, rural police officer Park Jun-myu is assigned to sneak into the organization, only to discover that his wife, Yoo Ae-young, also a detective, has volunteered to participate in this dangerous mission and seems to have an unspeakable past with the heinous underground drug king. Park Jun-myu in this drug-related mission, not only does he wholeheartedly fight the drug cartel, but also works hard to protect his wife's safety at all times. Number 9. Melting Me Softly. In this drama, Ma Dong-chan, a renowned producer in the entertainment industry, and Go Mi Ran, a part-timer struggling with family debts, become participants in the 24-hour frozen human project. This experiment was supposed to freeze them for a day. Things don't go as expected and they wake up from the frozen capsule 20 years later instead of 24 hours. In order to survive the side effects of their cryogenic sleep, they must follow a set of restrictions to maintain their body temperature at 31.5 degrees Celsius and keep their heart rate normal. The scientist behind the experiment is the only one who knows the key to their survival, but he has lost his memory after an accident. Racing against time, the story focuses on the two dynamic individuals' attempt to resume normalcy and catch up on the lost time of their lives. As they thaw, they face unresolved personal challenges while adapting to a world that has moved on without them, all while trying to repay their family's debts. Number 10. Welcome to Samdol-ri. After losing his mother, who worked as a haeyo female diver who harvests sea life, at a young age due to a mistaken weather report, Cho Young-pil makes up his mind to become a weather forecaster and protect the elders of his hometown. However, his passion and refusal to let misinformation slide earns him a reputation at work as a stubborn troublemaker who isn't afraid to argue with his boss. Cho Sam-dol grew up with Cho Young-pil. Unlike Cho Young-pil, content to remain in his hometown of Samdol-ri, Cho Sam-dol makes it her mission to get out of their small town and move to Seoul. After years of toiling away as an assistant in the fashion photography industry, Cho Sam-dol, who changes her name to Cho Eun-hai in Seoul, finally succeeds and makes it to the top. However, when everything she's worked so hard to build comes crashing down in the blink of an eye, she returns to Samdol-ri, where people still know her as Sam-dol and not Eun-hai. Although Cho Young-pil and Cho Sam-dol used to be joined at the hip when they were younger, the once inseparable friends are no longer in contact with one another due to an incident that drove them apart. When Cho Sam-dol returns to Samdol-ri, however, they find that the longtime affection they once had for one another comes rushing back.